Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. And as promised, at number 56 is a returning creator from one of this week's shows. This one, fantasy style, island map, gorgeous, a little bit on the older side, one of the earlier maps from this particular creator, so we'll forgive anything that feels a little bit dated because at the time it was a standout map. It's still a standout map now, isn't it? Okay, at number 56, we have got Abakadaba by Anoupou Merynetjerou with an 89.5% approval rating, the last of the 89.5s. Next show will be up to an 89.75, which is as close as we're going to get to 90 without breaking through. So, what can I tell you about this one? Well, it doesn't require that much off the workshop, no DLC is required, only uses 13 items off the workshop. That can be cut in half, because there's some obsolete stuff in there, at the end of the day, just trust me, it's about 6, maybe 7, can't remember, but somewhere in that area, which is very light indeed. So if you're worried about it, if you're running a potato, and that includes the theme, the LUT. The theme is Owl's Alternative Mediterranean theme. We're using Owl's Cinematic LUT HD1 as well. The map was uploaded to the workshop in November 2019. It currently has 1,091 subscribers. 148 of those have marked this as a favourite. It has a 4-star rating on Steam from 42 people who have rated. I reviewed this in episode 810 of What Map. I gave it 5 stars for aesthetics, 4 for detail and 5 for gameplay potential. And as always with an Anoupou map, we've got a marvellous description including English, French and Abakadaglish. Yeah, apparently that's the language. Anyway, where's the start square on this place? Right in the middle, off of that round. Right, okay, what we'll do, I think, is I'm going to start up there. We'll follow the highway down around the mountains. We might even complete the highway experience because we got it's going to take us around most of the map, isn't it? Then we'll just check out the detail areas. Like this looks interesting, looks something interesting going on here as well. So yeah, we're going to do it in that kind of route. So anyway, anybody like an Anoupou map? Anybody out there who doesn't like an Anoupou map? That's probably a better question. Can't be that many of those. Right, okay, so we have rail over here leading up to a potential harbour location. And then we have the rail dipping into a tunnel. Very sweetly done. Fairly simply done. But simple is as simple does. And if simple works, do simple. If you overcomplicate things, then it's almost unnecessary, really, isn't it? A couple of essential lighthouses there, one on either side, and then we can emerge over here. I like it. I like that's a very simple, straightforward, and quite graceful entrance there. What's going on down here? Just a standing stone? Okay, just a standing stone. And anyway, so yes, Abakadaba. Oh, hang on. We seem to have a stray pillar. Pretty sure that wasn't there last time, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. I'm not going to break a sweat over these little things. Again, easily fixed in the grand scheme of things. But yes, this is the first of many magnificent maps from this creator. Certainly many that have been map of the month. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing a little bit more from them as we slowly but surely climb up and through the ratings. Just got a few trees underneath the highway there, as always. That is due to an anarchy setting. It's not a problem. You can, if you've got anarchy, you can unset that to happen. If you don't have anarchy, you're playing vanilla rules, then that won't show. They are part of the tree count. The tree count isn't necessarily a problem. So let's not worry about that one. But we like to see on this channel what's hiding underneath the roads, just to allow for people to detail if they want to detail the roads, of course. Right, we'll head on. We're doing a little bit of nipping through the mountains. Why not? It's a fantasy map. With the fantasy map, I've always say you can be a little bit more creative with your highway routes. They in real life, you'd take a more direct route. You wouldn't be drilling holes through mountains as a little defensive point here. Yeah, you wouldn't be drilling holes through mountains. You'd be going around them if there's a more direct route, and there certainly would be on this map. But this is a fantasy map, so you can allow for, as long as it's done, you know, within sense in terms of how you would go about this fantastical route. And I think Anoupou has pretty much cracked it there. It just it looks and feels fine for a fantasy map. Absolutely fine. True realism be damned, because that's the nature of the game. Anyway, we're heading down towards the start square area now, which I think is this next turn off. Pretty sure it's this next one. So let's have a little look at the start square intersection, shall we? Little trumpet intersection going on there. That'll do the job, as they say. And hang on a second, we got there's mass transit roads. Hang on a second, let me just go and check my workshop page again. I said that there was no DLC required. There's mass transit. I take that back. I didn't write it down in my notes. That will be my bad completely. It's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Oh, no, I have notes. I take notes, and I hadn't written that one down. So there we go. I failed you today, boys and girls. I failed you. Little roundabouts down here to get you started. And a decent sized build plane as well between the mountains. Why not? Big old highway running through the middle of them. Just a little bit curvy here this way and that way. We have a little elevator. We've got a trumpet going elevated over the rail down here to a potential build location down that way as well. And then we can follow the highway down over another trumpet. This one quite nicely detailed over the pond. I quite like that. That's quite sweetly done. Again, in a true realism map, you might question, would they have built that over a pond? But in a fantasy map, it's not completely unreasonable to think that it can happen. You're going to have some sort of aesthetic, fantastical tweaks to the map. Big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. Triple span there. Double span, I guess. Triple pillar. Another central lighthouse. And then over here, everybody's favourite factory. Yeah, if you're looking to import and export, this is a really good way of doing it. Stick a rail line right down here by the outside part of your city. And let it go. Let it deal with the weight. Take the weight off of your highways. Motorbike grumbling outside my window there. And the dog barking. It's been so quiet up until now. As soon as I hit the record button, suddenly all hell is let loose outside. I apologise if it's making the show worse than it normally is. Oh yes, I forgot. We have the broken rail line. That was a rarity as well. Don't often see the broken rail. Sometimes we see it, but there you go. Yeah, the old clack, 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 clack. Something bad happened up there. Something bad happened up there. The major rockfall. Yeah. Why not? Why not be a bit creative? And again, with the vanilla rocks as well. Doing something a little bit interesting, something a little bit different there. Let's see what little areas may we have missed. I said there was something interesting going on over here. I don't know that it is, but let's have a little look anyway. So this is just more of an industry area, rougher terrain down here as well. Also, I'd be looking at industry. Looks like ore to me. I could be wrong. Again, if you want to see the full details of the map, I have the full review, episode 890, 810 of What's Map. See, I do have notes. Little castle. Ooh, it's a castle. Right the way down there on the headland. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I think there was another bit of detailing. Where were we? We got, just seeing, oh, these are trees. Oh, no, these are plopped little houses, just breaking up the environment again. Where was that other thing? There was a thing, wasn't there, that I said we would have to come and have a look at. Oh, it was on this island over here. There we go. We got a star fort as well. Quite a little intricate one there. Very neatly done. So, there we go. Abakadaba. It's fairly straightforward. Good gameplay. Looks attractive. Oh, let's have a look at the river. We haven't had a look at the river. It can't be a BonBon review without having a look at a river, can it? Good width of river going here, breaking up the map. That'll make the city just a slightly different shape. It's always about shapes, making little indirect challenges for the player. Make them think about how they should develop their city without making it too hard. It's finding that balance, and there's definitely the balance here. Oh, a nice pearlescent kind of vibe to the river here. A little waterfalllet there as well, and then that is emerging from up in the hills. You see how the water is spawning, I think actually from here. You can just see it driggling down there. So yeah, it's a sweet fantasy map. Very sweet indeed. Looks good to me, and a lot of you love it. Let me find a place for this camera. Must be a spot for the camera over here somewhere. How about something like that? There we go. Another motorbike. Unbelievable. Anyway, that is Abakadaba by Anoupou Merynetjerou, the 56th best map of all time as voted by you. And then Monday we'll be jumping into that final step, taking us up to the top 50. Join me for that. I've been BonBonB, you've been very, very welcome. These have been the BonBon Buddies over on Patreon and YouTube membership, of course. For supporting the channel, you guys are the best. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.